Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm at the North Lincolnshire Aviation Heritage Centre here at former RAF Hibaldstow. They've got a VE Day weekend celebrations going off. I'm going to have a wander around. They've got a Battle Command HQ bunker here, which is in very good condition. They've restored it, and I'll take you down there and we'll have a look. Also at the other exhibits, so catch you in a bit.
Hi, my name's Rick, Vice Chairman and Curator of North Lincolnshire Aviation Heritage Centre here at Hibaldstow. We are a group of volunteers that come across this land in 2019, and it was overgrown with everything from brambles to orchards to trees. We stripped the site, found the original concrete bases where the sheds are now, and obviously built the sheds and the Nissan huts back on the original basis. We have an original wartime bunker which was here when we found it. Obviously it was pretty derelict, it was full of water, mushrooms have been growing in there, farmers had used it for all sorts of stuff.
That's the Battle HQ?
That's the Battle HQ, yeah. So we got that all cleaned out, tidied up, and now we've just started putting displays down there. The NAFI, which was a substation, was always there. But that's our working NAFI now. And yeah, since 2019 we've just built and grown the site up basically. And today and tomorrow we've got our open weekend for VE Day, which is 80 years since World War II. And as you can see, it's pretty lively. But yeah, I can't stress enough, it's volunteer work. So I think everybody's surprised at what's actually happening down here. And I think we're actually on the map now in Lincolnshire, so long may it continue.
So what we've got here is it's a representation of what they would have worn on D-Day or just after. It's khaki because the fighters were following the troops basically. So if they had to bail out, the RAF blue uniform like this could be confused for German Feldgrau uniform. So they wore the khaki, so if they got back to the British troops will see khaki, oh, they're one of ours, so they wouldn't shoot them basically. So that's the battle dress. They also got the Webley Mark IV. Some pilots chose to carry them because obviously there was following the troops, so if they bailed out, you could maybe fight your way back to the British lines. On the other hand, I've seen other crew say they didn't take them because if they came across the Germans and they was armed, they're more likely to get shot. So some used them, some didn't. So on this mannequin, we've got what a Bomber Command crew member would have worn from mid to late war. So we'll go right from the base layers up to the outer ones. So underneath, we've got the battle dress, standard issue from about 1941-42. On top of that, we've got the Irving flying jacket. If you're up several thousand feet, it's obviously quite cold up there, so you need to keep warm. On top of that, you've got the Mae West, so this yellow, that's if you ditch into the sea, that'll basically keep you afloat so you're not going under. In the Mae West, you've got loads of different little pockets for everything to help you survive. So you've got a little mirror in there, signalling. You've got a whistle, obviously. Yeah, there's loads of different little pockets for everything that you would need if you was ditching. Then on top of this, you've got the parachute harness. Obviously, you need a parachute if you're going to bail out. So clips onto the front. These two hooks, the parachute would hook onto there. So it'd be on your front, on your chest. Then you've got some of the flying kit. So you've got flying gloves. Again, if you're several thousand feet up, you need to keep warm. If you touched any bit of metal in the aircraft, your hands would actually freeze to it and you'd rip your skin off. So you've got the leather C-type flying helmet. That's got the ear receivers in, so you can speak to your crew members. Then obviously you've got the goggles, self-explanatory. If you've got oil or glass or anything, you don't want it going in your eyes. And then you obviously got the oxygen mask. So this has a double, obviously oxygen. Again, if you're several thousand feet up, the air's thinner up there, so you need oxygen to breathe. It also doubles as the microphone. That big black thing on the front is the microphone. So that clips into the flying helmet, and then obviously you can use it to communicate with the other crew members. That's pretty much it, what a Bomber Command crew member would have worn from a mid to late war, so 43 right up until 45.
Right, we are 3rd Army Group, we're reenactors, and if you look around you can see the signs here, 3rd Army. Right, we also do general pattern, we have a general pattern look-alike, so that goes down well. This vehicle here is a Rio M35A2, it's a 8-litre turbo and it's a multi-fueler. So that means it will take petrol, it will run on petrol, diesel, petrol mixed. You can even put kerosene in it, but if you did that, you want to put a bit of oil in as well. Like, it's 6-wheel drive, so you can see it's all boxed off. So when the tailboard's up, it looks like she's fully loaded with rations, as you can see. Kellogg's Cornflakes, Chicago. And the door opens up. There's 2 beds in there, night heater, chest of drawers, bedside cabinet, and everything we need. Fantastic. So on a night time, you put the night heater on half an hour before you go to bed. It's nice and warm. This is our officers' mess here. This is where we chill out on the night time. We have music on and get all the tins out and bottles. So if you look in here, we've actually got an old gas bottle converted into a wood burner. If you look to your left, this is half of the bunch, say, of 3rd Army Group. Down here we got 3 fridges, 6 gas rings, and we also have an oven. Wow. So we have all the accessories and things. Around the back there we've actually got a power shower. So that works off a 12-volt battery and gas. So yeah, basically we've got everything, and as you can see, we don't go hungry. This is the shower tent here. Shower block, we have our sign. And if you look in there, you've got a bench where you can put your clothes on, a table to put your accessories on, and if you walk down the back there, you can actually see the power shower itself. So as you can see, we live pretty well when we go away. You can see where you can actually see where most of the crew actually sleep in this group. There's all the tentage there, and that's basically it.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time.
No problem. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy.
My name is John Dimbleby, and along with a good friend of mine from childhood days, Roy Bell, we present the Dickie and Dim display of World War II aviation and stories. My father, Claude William Dimbleby, DFM, flew on Lancaster bombers in World War II. His best friend, George Charles Dickison, Dickie, flew in Lancasters as well. Unfortunately, Dickie did not survive the war. He was killed on his second operation in February 1945, so near to the end of the war. Father obviously survived, and we have put together a collection of memorabilia in honour of both Dickie and Dim. My father and my grandparents luckily kept a lot of memorabilia from that period in Father's life, which I'm now custodian of. That, along with stories that Dad related to us before his death, we have been able to produce storyboards and all other information. Roy has spent considerable time investigating Dickie's death. His crash site was in Belgium. In the late 80s, Father and Mother did have a holiday in Belgium and visited the crash site, and some of those photographs are included in Roy's part of the display. We first started doing our mobile displays in 2018, and with the exception of the COVID years, we've done 7 or 8 displays each year. This year, this is the first at RAF Hibaldstow of 8 planned events that we've got booked. We're out next week at Thorsby Park near Clumber Park at the Spirit of Sherwood event, and later in the year we've 2 events at the RAF Bomber Command Centre, the International Bomber Command Centre at Cannock near Lincoln, which is one of our favourite venues as we are the Bomber Command display. It fits in well with the surroundings. Other venues will be the We'll Meet Again Museum down at Freeston Shore near Boston, and several other events including RAF Snaith 40s weekend in September of this year.
Well, this is the Battle Command HQ. Most airfields had them. especially at the beginning of the war when the threat of an invasion was quite real. The later airfields towards the back end of the war that were being built didn't have them because there wasn't much chance of them invading.
Hi, I'm Stephen Ball. I'm a volunteer at North Lincolnshire Aviation Heritage Centre. Today is our VE weekend, so I'm about to show you down the observation, the Command HQ bunker. So in here we have three main rooms. We have our private branch exchange, which is our telecommunications room. So in the event of the airfield being bombed, you'd have your telecommunications staff that would go in there, and they would summon pass messages through the holes in the walls just here to your officers that had a row of desks just there. And the idea would be that the officer would make decisions as to how many fighters they needed to drive off the German bombers and where they'd get them from. So it could be a nearby base, or it could have been fighters already scrambled from here. And in this room here, you'd have your messages and runners. So if you needed people to go back up top during the bomber, if it's being bombed, then you basically send them up the top. You're only meant to be down here for 2-3 hours, so hence there's just a toilet there in that room there. And then you've got your main office here, where your officers will sit in a row here and get the messages and make decisions. And then you've got 3 steep steps leading to your escape hatch, and you've also got your observation posts as well.
That's why the lady is the rain. Woo! The sun is out. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and sign with love the way you do. Sergeant Major, when we hear you falling, show a leg about it. Right up, knees up, everybody knees up. Oh, what a rotten song. When I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Wish me luck as you